I'm Wesley Peach. I'm the Academic Dean and Theology Professor at Parole de Vie, Word of Life Bible Institute in Sherbrooke, Quebec. My wife Priscilla and I have been coordinating the one-year Bible School program since 2011. As always, we want to thank you at People's Church for your investment in us and our ministry at Parole de Vie. Needless to say, we've had a very busy summer here on our campus. Before I forget, I want to invite your teens to our combat zone on Saturday, September 25th at 10 a.m. Don't miss it. I put Jared Mollette's email address at the bottom of the screen for you to contact him so you can come. Today I would like to present to you Eden Stetler, who just finished the French Immersion program here at Parole de Vie. I caught her on Zoom in her home at High River, Alberta, just south of Calgary. I have the privilege of having Eden Stetler with me, who took on a huge adventure to do the French Immersion program. But let's start at the beginning. How did you start getting interested in learning French from Alberta? How did you get there?
French is mandatory at school. I had really good teachers all the way through high school. After grade 11, I was encouraged to apply for a government bursary for a program called My Explore. It's a 5-week immersive program where they send you to a school in Quebec for 5 weeks. And you live there and you study there. And if you get caught speaking English 3 times, you don't graduate. When I returned from my 5 weeks of immersion, my youth pastor's wife came to me and said, there's a Bible school, because she knew I was interested in Bible school in Quebec. It's a Word of Life Bible Institute, which is where both her and her husband had gone. And several people from our church and youth group had gone to Word of Life. Mm-hmm. And she's like, there's a Word of Life Bible Institute in Quebec, but it's all in French. And they have a language school, so you can learn French and study the Bible at the same time. And it often takes me a long time to make decisions, but I'm very sure that it was the Lord. So he just was sort of like, well, that's where I'm going to go. I'm just...
That's it.
You do it.
Did you do some of the French language program as well as the Bible Institute, or what? How did that? What mix did you get into?
So the immersion program is Bible classes and then a slightly reduced language school schedule. They didn't make me do any of the conversation or dialogue parts because they figured I would be having enough of that in class and also with the socialization in the dorm and with the other students.
Now, where do you think that'll take you for French? What does that open up for you?
Like personally?
Yep. As in, why do this? You know, you are always wondering, why am I doing this? What do you think God wanted you to get out of this?
I think he wants me in Quebec.
Oh.
I came back and I had a 3-hour meeting with one of the only French-speaking couples in our church. They were so happy. They're like, Eden, come to our house. And I was there for 3 hours, and we spoke the whole time in French. And I was afterwards, I was like, I can speak French.
Yeah.
Even though I had just spent an entire year there.
Be in people's lives.
Yeah. And all year, different teachers talked about the ardent need for an awakening and a revival and the need for missionaries in Quebec all year. And I sometimes I'd almost count, I'd be like, he said it, she said it, he said it.
Yeah.
And it really added up. I have just enough light to see my next step, but not further.
So you said you were going to be an intern this coming year. What's that about?
I'll be staying in the dorm with the students to manage student life in a sense. So I'll be helping with the choir and the worship team and the little theatrical skits. And I'll also be taking care of children in the nursery for the language school so that adult missionary families who have small children that are too young to go to school can be taken care of in a reliable way so that the parents can learn efficiently and effectively at the language school and be ready to enter into a francophone mission field.
I'm confident that this could be a really exciting year.
But it'll sort of be a whole other year to solidify the French. It gives me another 2 semesters to really solidify everything that I learned and to continue to grow.
Thank you very much for your time, for interview, and looking forward to seeing you very soon, last week of August.
1 month.
Thank you, Eden. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Have a good day.
So, hey, why not take a year so that you can get better in French? Not just to get by in French the rest of your life, but to actually thrive in French in Quebec. That would be good. And even more importantly, to take that year to know God better and to learn to serve Him in your church and in your community. If you already have plans for this fall, why not come as a January student? It's our best kept secret. And better than that, our first week of classes in January will be at the Florida campus at Hudson, Florida, Word of Life. So pray about it and get out your suntan lotion. See you soon.